Hi, I'm Rob,
I'm Jesse.
and together we are Revenge of the Show, where we review movies in real time along with you.
Yeah, so why don't you guys pop on the movie along with us, listen along, pretend you have some friends.
Friends make the world go round, or something like that. So,
I've never had
all
good
right.
enough friends.
Yeah, well, world has stopped for us apparently. All right.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
Jesse, why don't you tell everybody what we're watching this week?
This week we're going to be watching The Matrix, 1999, obviously starring the greatest ever, Keanu Reeves. The creators of The Matrix, obviously the Wachowskis.
Wachowskis.
Yeah,
Lana
so
and
this
Lily.
movie actually made a butt ton. I believe it's a metric butt ton. I'll have to look it up, but I'm pretty sure that's the measure amount of money. On a $63 million budget, they pretty much revolutionized the genre and made a profit of $400 million on a first movie in a trilogy, which is pretty outstanding.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I will say Avatar. That was their first one, but it was James Cameron. Had a bunch of hype.
Yeah,
but I will say the Matrix.
At the same time, the Wachowskis had absolutely no name recognition when they.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, they really hadn't. And I'll include something in post about the different movies that they probably created before this and prove us wrong, like I always do. But the Matrix. So this is the first one where they revolutionized a certain type of filming, where they had a bunch of cameras all in a big circle in a room like that, and they took the shot from each of those, so it looked like the camera was actually spinning around, but it was really just taking a bunch of different shots. They were the first ones to ever use that type of film technique, and it just looked absolutely phenomenal.
That one for sure, but I also think they were the first to do the whole bullet time as well.
Yeah.
I could be wrong on that, but I do think so.
Well, they I know 300 came out, but it was after this, I'm sure. And they
significantly after.
Zack Snyder loves to use that whole slow motion thing, but
yes, but I, when I say bullet time, I mean like Neo bending backwards and the bullets.
Yes, yeah,
slowly. Like definitely like the first to do that, but probably the first. Now that you mentioned that, with the cool action movie slow mo that kind of ruined the genre
ones, at least.
But
no, but the Matrix. I mean, it got me through some rough times in high school. I probably watched this movie literally about 70 to 100 times, somewhere.
I've watched this movie once for every dollar they made at the box office.
Yeah, I don't think that's possible, but yeah, still fantastic
like
movie. Even still, 20 years old, right? 20 years old.
Yep, 20 years old this year, which is ridiculous.
Yes, absolutely ridiculous that it. I mean, I feel old, but so studio was Village Roadshow Pictures. We had obviously Keanu Reeves, Lawrence Fishburne, Carrie-Anne Moss. Yeah, I'm right. Hugo Weaving, and many others. Oh, Gloria Foster, God rest her soul. Everyone said she was an absolute delight, but she died, I believe. She was the one who you never saw her without a cigarette. She was the Oracle in this one.
Mm-hmm.
I feel she may have died of some kind of food poisoning.
That's ridiculous. Okay.
Yeah. Anyways, great movie. Sequels are not quite in the same level of awesomeness or quality, but they're also great fun movies. They're better.
Yeah, I mean, when you have a cash cow, you milk it, right? What else?
Yeah, for sure. So, I would. They had a bunch of video games. Path of Neo was fantastic. Like for the time, it was PS2.
Into the Matrix. Release. That was like one of the first MMOs I remember. Yeah. Was it Enter the Matrix? Whatever the MMO of the Matrix.
Really? I don't remember that. The Enter the Matrix was, um, it was not. It was an okay video game. It was, I think, a third-person style adventure,
Oh,
whatever
right, right,
kind of
right.
game.
I'm mixing them up.
You played as,
The
yeah. I don't remember. I didn't even know there was an MMO of this. That's kind of fantastic.
Yeah, it was just called The Matrix Online, actually. Yep.
Oh, yeah,
It
makes
was
sense.
super crazy. Came out in 2005, but it was a super interesting game. And that's what
Yeah.
everybody loved about The Matrix was the world. I mean, the first movie is
Yes.
outstanding,
Yes.
but like the world that it takes place in, you kind of just wish you could be a part of that. It's super neat. And that's why
Yeah.
the other two movies are still worth watching and they're still enjoyable.
Yes.
It's just not the same thing.
Because,
The Matrix
yes.
completely changed the genre. It's a different monster entirely.
I think if they had done the second and third one with the technology we have today, it would have been a much better movie. Like the one scene with all the Smiths, for example, the CGI in it was terrible. And
It just
whenever
wasn't
he was
ready for
flying,
what they were doing.
they weren't ready.
When
Yeah,
there's-
they tried, and it just kind of belly flopped. But
yeah.
the story
But anyway.
was still decent in the world and all that. Yeah. So, and you can also check us out on our website. A lot of good stuff there. Jesse, go ahead and.
The website is just revengeoftheshow.com. There's no www, just revengeoftheshow.com. There'll be a link in the description. We do a lot of different things, not just this show. We've actually got another show coming out called Revenge of the Round Table, which is going to be more of just a conversation about a lot of different things. We've got some fun little aspects that'll make it more interesting than your standard talk show, but it'll be a fun one. That's not ready yet, though. We've also got a lot of movie reviews, blog entries, articles, and stuff on there, as well as our show, where you cannot buy this shirt. I made this shirt. You cannot buy it.
I bought one, too. They are awesome. But we have a different version, and Jesse's actually working on a new version, too. That's I think is hilarious. So
yeah, the new version has a cartoon version of Sean Bean as a bean. And it says Sean dies at the end. Obviously, for copyright reasons, we can't sell this shirt, but I had a couple made for us.
Yeah. But yeah, tons of merchandise, not just shirts. Jesse does all the designs himself. He's even got we've got another little spin-off company, which I'm going to be doing a couple of shirt designs, probably I'll do like the saying or whatever, and he does the artwork probably because he's better at that than I am. But awesome stuff there. Tons of stuff to check out. You can subscribe. You can get like emails anytime we post something new. Check out our Facebook page. We have a YouTube channel. All of our previous episodes are there. All that good stuff. A lot of fun. But we also, in case you haven't caught the previous episodes or have forgotten, behind us in the movie theater, we are going to be playing the movie itself. It will be blurred out with our watermark on top of it. That way we don't have any copyright issues. But that way you can also see what's going on your TV, see what's going on our screen. That way we have, you're making sure you're watching the right thing at the right time. We also will have a time code or timestamp in the middle on the bottom of the screen. That way, again, just another way you can make sure that you're watching the same thing at the same time. So I think, yeah, right. I think that's that. I think we're ready to get started. Watch an awesome movie.
That's about it. I know we just posted a couple new sweet movie reviews on the website, so you guys can check those out. But anyways, let's get to it. I don't know why I did Kung Fu there. I don't have any experience with Kung Fu.
Hey, I have Marine Corps martial arts.
That doesn't count.
Training. Yeah, it does. I'm a tan belt. Although I suppose if you have to like recertify like every so often for that,
you're a nothing.
My tan belt has expired. I also lost it somewhere. But that's okay. It's like riding an elephant. They never forget, man.
Words.
Yep. That's gonna be one of my shirts. Actually, I like that one. Put a big elephant, a person on top of it, and like riding a tiny bicycle. Get it? Because it's like
I get it.
It's like riding a bicycle. Yeah, an elephant never forgets. I like doing that.
Right,
squishing two
let's check out this
together.
2-hour-long movie. Let's get it going.
Yep. Let's do that. Jesse, go ahead and count us down there, sir.
All right, one moment here, sir. All right, so we're going to start the movie in 3, 2, 1. Shit, let me start that over.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me, man.
Did you hit it?
I did. Let's.
Well, you suck. Go ahead and rewind it to 0, 0, 0, 0. Anyway,
I did. I got it. We're back to the beginning.
All right. Sorry, everybody. My cursor was not quite on play when I hit it. Anyway, so we're gonna start the movie in exactly 3, 2, 1, go.
All right.
Check out all that freaking cool green WB symbol there.
Yeah, and I love how it all looks like Matrix. Like it's all the filter they have on it is just fantastic.
Oh yeah, it's like actually the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
Antique Roadshow Pictures presents.
I like the flicker there too. The whole movie has just this awesome filter. Well, not when they're in the real world. When they're in the Matrix, there's just this. I don't know. It's
like a green filter almost.
It's a green filter, and I love it. Like it will forever be there in my memory. Whenever I think of this movie, watch this movie, it's just green.
Did they have a version of DOS that was in like Japanese, like what we just saw right there?
Kind of, yeah.
DOS is the future.
It is the future.
In German accent, Das Future.
Das Future. I'm seeing aliens now. Anytime I hear a German accent, I think of aliens. Xenomorphs.
I'm telling you, if they had a voice, that would be it.
Yeah. Yeah, except the queen is Danny DeVito for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Some of my favorite lines are coming up here real soon. Yep. Got my snacks.
Mm-hmm. Kick it, fat guy.
Of course, they make the fat guy kick it in. Oh, we're all too weak, but you got a lot of weight behind you. Kick it in, man. He's the designated kicker every time.
Kick it, Kevin.
He's the DK.
Ew.
They go to a bar. He kicks in the door. Designated kicker. And I know that you don't necessarily love Hugo Weaving. He is very good in many roles, but this is like the pinnacle of Hugo Weaving. He is Agent Smith. Think we can handle a little girl.
That's sexist.
I know, right?
Me too, bro.
No, Lieutenant. Your men are already dead. I love those lines. Those are my favorites, man. Such good stuff. Look at that bum, man. Tight leather. She
Is
had
it though?
An amazing body in this. And she's got a pretty face. I know you don't necessarily feel the same, but
it's meh.
She's pretty. I mean, if she was in a lineup of attractive women, she might not be the one I picked, but she's got a nice body.
She's pretty meh.
She's pretty meh.
Didn't VLC used to have the capability of turning the volume to 200?
Yeah, it still does.
Can't figure it out. I'm only going to 125.
Really? Oh. Maybe they changed that. I don't know. Oh, shit.
There's an agent in my boots.
An agent poisoned my water hole. Another term for
If you say that with enough country accent, it sounds hella racist. There's an Asian in my boots.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, that cop doesn't make it. Like, it's just this tiny little jump. And it wasn't even the fat guy.
No, the fat guy made it
either. Yeah, the designated kicker. Yeah. That's we call him fat, but it's all muscle. He's got a lot of muscle in that gut.
Did you see that gun, man? That is a cannon.
Love it. The jumping. Oh, and we didn't even mention, like, when she did that kick, her trademark kick thing.
Oh, yeah.
Like, first time we saw that move, like, with the cameras going around. I love that.
People make fun of it now. You see that, like, parodied and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's like, that was incredible. And the fact that it's not a CGI at all. Yeah. It's all an actual, like, physical effect. That's crazy. Mm-hmm. The Wachowskis did an excellent job.
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't go there early. We're not going there now. Not going there.
I didn't go there. What are you talking about? I'm not sure what you're referring to.
I'm talking about Village Roadshow pictures, man. They're so... I don't know.
Antique Roadshow pictures with Lana and Lily Wachowski.
Village, but, you know.
Village People. Roadshow. Wait, is this Maximum Overdrive, or is there someone driving that truck?
It's an agent. He took over.
Emilio
the truck
Estevez pops up. The trucks are driving themselves. As dumb as that movie is, I still love Maximum Overdrive. You know, and if I remember correctly, the entire soundtrack is AC/DC. So, like, 12-year-old Jesse was having the time of his life watching that movie.
So, phone booths.
Yeah.
Can't tell you the last time I've actually seen a phone booth.
I know. So, you think if a millennial were to see this scene, they'd be like, wait, what is she going to?
Is that like a charging station? Charging cell phone?
That's a Tesla charger?
Yeah. They have like, so you just get in there and it charges your phone wirelessly once you're inside of it.
Yeah. Where does Superman change nowadays, since there's no more phone booths?
In a internet cafe?
Just like, he walks right into the center. Everybody's sitting in there, you know, doing their homework, and this middle-aged man just starts undressing in the middle of this place. Pulls his glasses off at the end, and everybody's just like, oh! Oh no, Clark Kent is Superman!
Although no these days, do they even have, I mean, I guess they have internet cafes, but they don't have computers there. You just bring your own, right?
What, like a Starbucks?
Yeah. Yeah. No, he just goes into a Starbucks, not like a full Starbucks like restaurant kind of thing, but like the little booths at like Kroger or Barnes and Noble. So that way he just goes in, there's only a couple people. He hides behind the counter, changes real quick, runs out, hopes for the best.
Just tells everybody he's the new barista.
I'm your replacement. Oh, thank God, I've been on my feet for 12 hours. Where the fuck did he go? I'll complain to management. That girl's not attractive at all. She's kind of just weird looking.
No, not really.
No, not really what? She's not weird looking? Or she's not attractive?
Attractiveness.
Wait, I'm still confused. Do you think she's attractive or not?
No!
Okay, that's what I thought we were saying, but I wasn't sure. Because the way you answered was, I don't know, she's not attractive.
You're the worst person to talk to.
Oh, shut your face hole. Like, the way she just holds her, she's like...
Her mouth wide open, like she's a crack whore.
She's a mouth breather.
Yes. Close your mouth, you freak.
Yeah. Follow the white rabbit. They're talking about her because she's got, like, big buck teeth. She's the white rabbit. She has a carrot.
She's the white rabbit because she's a coke whore. Look at her. You know she just does cocaine and listens to techno.
No. They do amphetamines. Yeah. Right? Isn't that what we said?
Of course she'd be with a gross ginger dude.
I don't know. I think he's more attractive than she is.
Enjoy your receding hairline, Beavis.
Yeah.
God, he's got 2 cross eyes, though.
White rabbit. She's got a carrot tucked in her back pocket of her
Yeah, pants. That's only the start of that tattoo. There's that one, and then right above her vagina is a carrot.
No. It's a rabbit's mouth around it.
See, I was picturing like this cute little carrot, and then she has her pubes shaved into being like the top of the carrot.
I like
the leafy green.
I like that.
That's kind of interesting.
Huh.
That's so messed up. Trinity's not wearing clothes.
No, she's naked.
Oh, no, she's wearing some kind of corset.
In the second one, that one Italian girl, a woman, I guess she's a woman. I can't remember her name.
Michelle Rodriguez?
No. Italian. He's going to be sexist here in just a moment. Bastard.
Me too, Keanu.
I know, right? Although she's about to
I'll be honest, while I don't find her attractive at all, I did have kind of a crush on her when I was little.
She's cute. Like, she's got a decent shaped face. She's better looking with longer hair.
She looks emaciated.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan.
I like a woman with some who's down with the thickness, if you know what I mean.
No, dude. She's got some curves. Have you not seen?
She doesn't.
What I've seen? She does. She's got thighs. Actually has thighs. Has a very shapely rear. And she's got hips. There are so many girls out there that don't have hips. No offense to all you who don't have hips.
What, like Zendaya?
I gotta have hips.
You know what is funny? The whole world's freaking out about Ariel not being a white girl.
Yeah.
Which, whatever. I don't know my opinion on that.
I don't either.
It's a Disney movie. I don't really care enough. But
yeah,
everybody's freaking out, right? And what's funny is in the new Spider-Man movie, they made Mary Jane a mixed race girl. And no one gave a shit.
And her name actually isn't Mary Jane.
It's MJ still. MJ. Yeah. But
what's her actual name?
Bugs me. It slightly bugs me. I like her character. They made the character different. I do. She's not the helpless problem, MJ. She's not different.
Yeah.
So I like it. Only reason I bring that up is because I just now thought about it after watching the second one. It never even occurred to me after watching the first one.
Oh, really? No, they totally at the very end. She said, "Call me MJ."
Yeah, I remember that, but it never even occurred to me that that's a redheaded white girl. It just didn't.
Oh, I see
register.
What you mean. But yeah, that to me, I think because MJ, Mary Jane Watson, has always been the redhead, which Kirsten Dunst wasn't my favorite to play that.
No, she was awful.
She did fine. But
no, she didn't.
I mean, she's still pretty, but just again, not a redhead. But
Andrew Garfield was way better.
It bothered me that it wasn't a redhead. Now I like her character. Actually, I really like the.
Did you like
Emma
Stone as what's her name? Gwen Stacy.
Yeah. Morpheus.
Larry Fishy.
I love that he was in John Wick 3, and he says the famous line from this, "I need guns. Lots of guns." I love that they brought that back. But anyways, in the Spider-Man,
John Wick's, isn't he? He's at least in the second one.
No, I didn't think he was in. I haven't seen the second one, but I don't think he was in the first one.
He's the king of the homeless or whatever he calls himself. Love those movies. I'll have to watch the third one again.
Yeah. Well, no, but no, in the Spider-Man game, I really for PS4, I loved that Mary Jane. That MJ was phenomenal.
Oh yeah, and then she was like a playable character and everything. That game was fantastic. Speaking of games, let's talk a little bit about the series of Matrix games.
Oh yeah.
Since we're watching not Spider-Man.
We talked about Path of Neo a little bit, but that one was a really interesting, fun game, and it had a good sense of humor, I thought.
Yeah, that one you actually play as Neo, right? Mm-hmm. And then there's Enter the Matrix, where you play. I think it had like a male and a female playable character.
Yes, you play as the Asian guy Ghost. I think his name's Ghost, and then you play as Will Smith's wife.
Oh, that's right. It was her. And that was like the first game where I remember seeing like it was legitimately actors' faces. Like it looked good.
Yeah. Oh, I found it finally. So MJ is short for Michelle Jones. So it's not even Mary Jane Watson.
See, that's odd. But the fact that it's not the same character, you can't even remotely complain about it.
Because while she's MJ, they're calling her
not
MJ,
Mary Jane.
And she is Spider-Man's love interest.
But she's not Mary Jane.
I sincerely doubt they're going to actually bring an Mary Jane Watson into the story now that they have an MJ named. I already forgot her name.
Michelle Jones.
Thank you.
But
yeah, I don't know.
They're probably not going to. But it is a different love interest. It's a different character.
It is, but it still pissed me off. But I still
like Zendaya in that role a lot. I like that character. She's
a great actress.
She's not Mary Jane at all.
No.
The only thing that makes her Mary Jane or similar is that she goes by MJ.
She's kind of an emoster.
It's a different character. Yeah,
no wonder you like her.
In the new one, you see her character a little bit more. Oh, that Nokia! That phone will be perfectly fine when it hits the ground.
Oh, I'm sure.
And Morpheus will be like, "Hello, hello, where'd it go?"
Someone picks it up on the sidewalk. And like,
an agent picks it up.
Where the fuck did this phone come from?
It hit the ground. It hit the ground so hard that it like became one with the pavement. Cars just drive over it for generations.
You have to like bend down to listen to it.
Yeah,
that's funny. This part actually still kind of creeps me out.
Oh yeah,
like
the mouth part.
Yeah, and the belly button thing.
Yeah, I love this movie so much.
I know.
I very rarely watch the sequels, but I watch the first one at least once or twice a year.
When I watch a first, I have to go back through and watch the rest of them. Like I can't stand not getting to a resolution kind of thing.
I think I've only watched the third one like twice.
Yeah. Well, I watched this one the most before any of the other ones came out. Because there was a decent gap between...
Oh yeah, it was a while. And then I think the other two came out like a year apart. If I remember correctly,
no, it was less than that. It was 6 months. It was 6 months apart. Mm-hmm. Because I'm pretty sure I'll look that up and correct myself if I'm wrong. But so I think the second one came out in 2003, and then the third one came out in 2004. But it was like during my senior year and junior year when it came out. Because I went to see this in the Kingsgate Mall Theater. Back before that was not torn down. It's still there, but no, there's nothing.
Before it was even a dollar theater, when it was our main theater. Yeah.
No. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the one over by Volunteers of America and Kroger. That was a theater.
Yes. I do remember that one. Yep. That's where I saw, believe it or not, on my birthday, and I was a huge little loser. Too Fast, Too Furious at that theater.
I went to see Batman and Robin with my mom when I was real young at that theater. Oh, it was terrible. Absolutely
you didn't think it was terrible when you were little. Be real.
I honestly was disappointed by it even when I was little. I enjoyed certain parts of it, but it was still very disappointing.
Hugo Weaving is so iconic in every role. Like, imagine someone else being Agent Smith.
What's his face from Lord of the Rings?
Imagine someone else playing V in V for Vendetta.
I know. No. No one. Now anyone could be in BV, but only he could be the voice. Like,
I don't even know if he is the actor. I think he just does the voice.
I think he was. I'm curious enough to look that one up.
Yeah, I mean, Elrond, he is good in Lord of the Rings, but I mean, his character is not super essential. It could have been probably done by someone else.
What was it? I missed that. What was?
Elrond in Lord of the Rings.
What movie were we talking about?
His character in Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. He just has a huge. He has a 6 head.
Yes.
Maybe 7 head at that point.
You know how I remember his character?
His hair just goes.
Ew.
Oh.
Ew.
So creepy.
Yeah, the mouth thing. You know how I remember his character name from Lord of the Rings?
L. Ron Hubbard?
Yeah. I always go like, oh, Scientology. What's his name? Scientology. Elrond. Got it.
That's funny.
Such a good... Nobody thinks of this movie as like a sci-fi movie, but it definitely is.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
For sure. Yeah, I would not want that inside.
No. Oh, my God. And look at the CGI of that thing. Pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, for $99, this is incredible.
That was... what I say that the budget was $60 million... Just making that little thing was 35.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this was before Keanu really. I mean, he was known, but like people knew him for Bill and Ted's, you know.
Yeah, this is probably like his first big role.
His breakout role here, and just like but yeah, no, he was actually. He wore the mask, and he may not have been doing like all of
the fighting and stuff.
That's
kind of what I was thinking. I was like, I wonder if they had somebody else do the fights.
He probably had a stunt double, but he was, for the most part, he was the man behind the mask.
Good. That's awesome. You know how much I love that freaking movie, man.
It is amazing.
And have you ever read the book?
I have not, but I've heard it is also good.
As good as that movie is, the book is still 1,000 times better. It's my favorite book I've ever read, and I've read it multiple times.
I love the story, though. Like, it is such a beautiful thing.
Well, the book is a little different because you get some backstory on him, and you don't... He's not like some magical, like... super genius that has everything completely figured out and down to a T perfect. Like in the movie, he's like planned everything and everything just falls in line perfectly.
Well, he's been planning it for a long time.
Right. In the book, he is absolutely insane and he blows up like way more stuff.
Yeah.
Like, he blows up everything. And you get backstory on V a little bit in the book. And of course I can't remember exactly, but he was in like an insane asylum, and his like cell was like solitary confinement, and it's also where they kept all the like cleaning supplies and harsh chemicals. So those like harsh chemicals and the fumes basically destroyed his mind, and he was already crazy, so it made it way worse. And then the place like exploded and burnt down, which I think they do cover that part in the movie. But
yes, But were they experimenting on the virus there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, so they had all that
did
stuff,
he get
but also they drove him mad on top of it.
But like, so now he didn't necessarily have superpowers, but they said he was. I don't know. I forget the word that she used, but essentially he had very good reflexes. Not like Spider-Man reflexes, but he was a little bit stronger. Yeah, right. A little bit stronger than a normal person. A little bit faster, but not like superhuman level, but just a little bit. But then also his reflex were a lot faster. Did they cover any of that in the gross? Cover any of that in the book? Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Was there any
Obviously,
more to that?
the book can go way deeper, but like that I'm remembering off the top of my head, I don't feel like he specifically had superpowers or anything.
Yeah.
He just.
Yeah.
It's like The Watchmen. I mean, that movie gets a lot of shit, and I think it's because the advertising for it was like completely wrong. They advertised it like it was like a normal superhero movie when people brought their kids, and it's like that's not at all what The Watchmen is.
Yeah.
And I you know how much I love Alan Moore and all his books, and I love The Watchmen. I mean, it's the only graphic novel on like the greatest novels of all time list.
Yeah.
If I'm correct, I think it won the. I'm not even gonna say it because I know you'll correct it in the captions, and I'll feel like an idiot. So never mind. It's a very well received graphic novel. I think it won like the Pulitzer or something. It won a very prestigious award, and it's the only graphic novel to ever win.
I'll have to look that up and make sure.
I don't think it's the Pulitzer, but it did very well.
I won't be harsh there. I won't make fun of you in a mean way. I'll just correct you if you're wrong.
All right.
For that one.
But
the rest of the time.
As much as I love that book, and I do think it's probably the greatest graphic novel ever written, though personally I like V for Vendetta better. That movie's fantastic. And it gets a super bad rap because people didn't know what they were going to see because of the advertising was so bad.
My wife didn't like it, and I mean I can see why. And she's not like huge into action movies anyways, but it wasn't like a solid action. Yeah, there was action sequences. There was superhero stuff, but it was the story was just phenomenal. Just like with V for Vendetta, I love just how everything just comes together. It's just beautiful.
Yeah, in the book everything comes together, but it's not quite as well planned out. Some of the things are more luck.
Yeah.
Can you imagine Will Smith as Neo?
No.
Do you know that he was who they originally approached?
He's a good action star, but really?
The Wachowskis originally approached Will Smith. He released a video earlier this year talking about it.
Wow.
He said he turned it down because it was he didn't know those guys, and they were like real dumb apparently in the like I don't know, wherever they met to talk about it. And they were like, yeah, we got this cool thing, dude, with all these cameras, and it's gonna like spin around, and she's gonna be like up like this, and apparently he was like, he did not have a good impression, so he turned it down. But think about it. I mean, the way movies are made, if Neo were a black guy, they probably wouldn't have made Morpheus a black guy. So they probably would have recasted him too.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine that.
Wait, so they were going to cast Will Smith as Morpheus or as Neo?
As Neo.
Huh.
He says it in the video. He says if he would have taken the role as Neo, we probably wouldn't have had Lawrence Fishburne as Morpheus.
Yeah, that's probably true.
And while we all love Keanu as Neo, I feel like replacing Larry Fishburne as Morpheus is even more crazy.
Yes, I agree.
Because that man is just Morpheus.
Yeah.
Whew. Oh yeah, here it is.
I hope he washed his hands before he gave him those pills.
What do you think the kind of pills he's offering him? So I know the red one's probably Oxys. The blue one is NyQuil.
NyQuil and Dayquil.
That's probably what it really is.
Yeah, that's what they are. So, but he takes the if he had taken the blue one, he would have just fallen asleep and wouldn't have been able to do the rest of that scene that day. But,
he would have just passed out right then and there.
Yeah. Hey Jesse, do me a favor. On the video for us, hit send narrow video because I think it'll improve. Yeah, and then turn your computer a little bit so I can see it better. There we go. I think it'll help because we were having a little bit of a lag there.
Yeah, no problem, dude.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
I appreciate
Too many.
Too. It's a lot of monitors to keep track of.
Yeah.
Who is that?
APOC?
No, I'm pretty sure. Is that the guy from Big Bang Theory?
Which one?
With the blonde hair?
It's a girl. It's a girl.
It looks like, what's his name? Jim Parsons.
It's a girl.
The Bazinga guy? Sheldon.
It's APOC or Switch. I can't remember which one is which, but they're like together. They're a couple.
That's Cypher.
Yeah.
That's APOC, I think.
Yeah. I can't remember. But anyways, she and the other guy that's in the room that's operating all the equipment, they're a couple.
The guy who was on the computer.
Mm-hmm.
He loves her.
Mm-hmm. Not like this. Not like this.
You're part vampire. Only part of your reflection shows up.
Part vampire. Yeah, he's like a fourth.
He's gonna twinkle here soon.
Yeah. Yeah, he's gonna go all sparkly.
Twinkle, twinkle, little Batman. How psyched are you for that?
Don't. Just don't.
So I'm officially tuned out of Batman.
Yeah.
I
think he would make an okay Bruce.
No, he wouldn't.
Batman.
Have you ever seen him act? Quote unquote act?
He's okay in other movies.
No, he's not. You ever seen Remember? Is it Remember Me, the World Trade Center like cry porn movie?
I didn't watch that.
There's like a cry porn love story, like notebook type movie where he dies in the World Trade Center.
Oh, I never watched it.
I love that.
Definitely saw some cavities in there on the way down.
They said that they had to heat these tubs because it was like it would induce hypothermia within 15 minutes.
What, those things?
Yeah. They had to heat them because otherwise you would freeze to death very quickly. So, I mean, you always do wonder, would it really extract too much energy from the human body? Would that be a good battery? Obviously, as if it's pulling all of your energy out in less than 15 minutes and killing you. It'd probably work pretty good.
No, they've actually done like studies, and it would actually take more energy to convert and store and feed and all of that. It would take more energy to keep all these humans alive than they would actually get in return in BTUs or heat energy.
Well, screw you.
I'm just saying, like,
number one is screw you. Number two, we don't know what type of technology they have in the future. They do have flying robots that we don't have.
But here's the thing. There's one source of energy that they could use even if there's no sun. Geothermal. And they definitely have access to that. right? Geothermal energy is I mean, unlimited energy potential there. But then they could also do wind turbines on the surface because there is a lot of wind, but no sun.
Whee!
And both of those things would. I mean.
Oh, I think I saw his donger.
Yeah, he definitely. I think he was wearing a banana hammock. Just skin colored.
I was kidding. I have too much respect for Keanu to look at his donger.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it showed, I couldn't make eye contact with it.
Yeah, no. Oh, I'm getting close to my cutoff point.
That claw. Gets up there and there's just a bunch of those little alien dolls.
That would be awesome.
I've watched Toy Story way too many times.
That thing, the claw, the part that's in the ship, doesn't look nearly as powerful, or it doesn't look like it would actually be able to grab a hold of him. It just looked like weak and flimsy.
Yeah.
I don't think those were the same claws that they,
It's bright in there.
Yeah. It's probably because we've never used our eyes before.
Oh, I have. I don't know about you.
Yeah, no.
So is this movie about cancer, or?
What's that?
Acupuncture is good for the body, dude.
No, I had acupuncture back in my headaches a long time ago.
It worked?
And it was one of the only things that actually relieved the pain. I mean, they didn't go away completely, but I love that one. And I love how, like, this whole time, the first time you're watching this movie, you're just like, what the fuck is going on? And,
yeah, you have no idea, pretty much.
The way he explained, now, Morpheus explained it, but he was talking in riddles and in metaphor, and it was like rhetoric. Yeah. You have no idea. He didn't just come out and say, by the way, and then he said, the Matrix is something you have to see for yourself. Like, you can't just, I can't just tell you. Really, he could have just said, by the way, you're plugged into a simulator since you were born, and they're using your body to make energy, these robot things, this AI.
You know what I just realized?
Could have said that.
We were talking about...
Start off with that.
I mean, yeah, he definitely could have. We were talking about V for Vendetta, and I forgot the Wachowskis did that as well.
I forgot too. They did. That's right.
And what's crazy is, as much as I love that book, I have to give them serious credit, because that V monologue, where like every word starts with V, that's not in the book.
Oh, really?
No, they wrote awesome. That. Yeah. And that's one of the best, that's one of my favorite like monologues in cinematic history. I love that one.
Yeah. For sure.
No, I don't.
He's wrong too.
Man, this movie is 20 years old.
I could have easily explained it to him and had him like not freak out.
The Nebuchadnezzar.
I could have told him in the Matrix, and I would have just been like, "This is all simulation. The whole world, and it's just meant. I mean, like, easy to explain." And he wouldn't have acted like this and panicked and passed out and puked and like, really?
Yeah.
I don't know. They went about it in a really bad way. Now, going back and watching it, second time or, the 83rd time.
We had them mixed up.
Apoc and Switch, yep. But no, going back and watching it through later, you understand what he's saying. Like, yeah, it kind of makes sense. But it's just like, why tell him like that? Be all mystical and stuff.
Really? You have to.
Well, no, really, it was a sales pitch. He was trying to keep him, like, tell him just enough to keep him interested, but not actually tell him. So he's like, oh yeah, you got to see this. and then you come out and it's like, hey, that green filter's gone. Everything looks like crap. It's all rusted. It's all dirty. I'm gonna probably die of tetanus. This is not what I signed on for. Put me back.
That went
Does it feel a little weird? And he just grabs his groin.
Who invented the construct? Was it Jobs or Gates?
I think they actually collaborated again.
Do they run on Linux, OS, or Mac OS, or Windows?
I'm pretty sure it's a Linux variant.
It would have to be Linux. You couldn't do this on Windows.
No. But I love the sound. You know how like there was like depth in the sound when he was in the Nebuchadnezzar, and then as soon as he's in here, it's just like no echo whatsoever. Love that. And I love that line too. You are the mental projection of your digital, or wait, no. I don't know. Whatever he said. I love that they used that in The Path of Neo. The Wachowski people. They said they explained the end, because the end in the third movie is completely different from how it ended in the game, because they're like, it's depressing to have, you know, self-sacrifice in a game. You know, you build up to this huge ending, and all of a sudden you just have to sacrifice yourself. They're like, that's lame. So instead we made a giant smith thing made out of a whole, like, hundreds of smiths. Like, they make this giant robot smith, not robot, but a giant smith out of all the other smiths, and you have to fight him. And the Wachowski peoples, they came out and they said they were stick figures, and they said these are the mental projection of our digital cells, or the digital projection of our mental cells. However they said that. They said that's what they were. They were stick figures. And they explained it, and it was just hilarious. I love that game. I need to somehow find it.
For any of our, like, anybody watching or listening along, I just feel like it's worth explaining why we keep dancing around how to address the Wachowskis.
Yes.
At the time of the Matrix, the Wachowskis were Lawrence and Andy Wachowski. They were the Wachowski brothers. I don't know
what?
It was Andy and Lawrence.
No, I know, but what was his nickname? It was Andrew and then Lawrence, but it was Andy and Larry Wachowski was what they called themselves.
Yeah, so back then they were the Wachowski brothers. And the time of V for Vendetta. I don't know the exact timeline, but since then,
by V for Vendetta, I think whichever
one
was
of them
first, one of them was had converted to their
transitioned
to either Lana or Lily. I think it was Lana first.
The irony here is both of them, they used to direct their movies and are credited as the Wachowski brothers.
Yep.
Since then, they have both transitioned. They are both identified as female. I don't know their personal business, whether they've had surgeries or whatnot, but they are now the Wachowskis. I don't think they go by the Wachowski sisters.
No, they do in articles when I was looking into that. Like I'm assuming they do it humorously, but they say the Wachowski brothers are now the Wachowski sisters. But they just go by the Wachowskis. And that was what they started calling themselves, I think, for Cloud Atlas, which that is just a weird movie. I read the book, most of the book. I ended up letting it expire. I got it from the library. Like the digital copy I was reading.
Yeah.
I love those sunglasses too. They just clip on the bridge of his nose. But so in the book, it flips around between all these different timelines, and it's like there's a connection. Like the people are the same throughout time. They were just essentially reincarnated.
Mm-hmm.
And but it jumps around between all these different time periods. And in the movie, or wait, is it the other way around? No, in the movie they jump around, and in the book it's all it goes in chronological order. But I think it is more confusing that way. And then Halle Berry plays a man, an old Chinese man at one point. She plays multiple people. They all do. But I don't know if I never finished the movie either. I'm interested to find out what happens.
Yeah, I've never watched or read anything on Cloud Atlas, and I probably won't after that.
No, it's
wonderful review.
It's not terrible. I really do want to go back and finish it. It was like 7 years ago that my wife and I started watching it, and then we just kind of forgot about it and never went back to it. But it was
sounds wonderful.
Enough. It's interesting. It really is. Like they go to the future where there's like cybernetics or androids or robots or something, and then they go past that where there is no technology and everyone is back to like smaller groups of people that have a religion that's very
so it's like a post-apocalyptic.
Yeah, kind of like it cycles back. Like they start out way early in time, go to like the 1300s, the 1700s, current time. I mean, it goes through all these different time periods, and then it basically civilization cycles back, goes back to being primitive. Primitive, that's the word I was looking for.
I don't know if I agree with Morpheus here.
Yeah.
Like, I probably would have just rather chilled in the Matrix.
No kidding.
Yes,
I could.
Fine.
I can see his point. Like, you are in a prison. They will not let you out. If you try to get out, they will kill you. And also, anyone who's plugged into the Matrix could potentially be an agent. Like, they can turn into an agent and then just take your body, ruin your life. I mean, they can do whatever they want with you. Yeah. So that aspect, I get it. It would suck. But really, this life,
their existence is horrible.
Sucks. Yeah, it really, really sucks.
I mean, you're doing something noble. I get that.
Yeah, trying to free the human race, but really, like.
But I'd kind of rather know that it's a like construct and like program, and be inside it, hack it to have whatever I want, and then just pirate like $6 billion into my bank account.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Boom.
Yep.
Just download like a new Tesla.
Yeah. Right.
Do you think they have the Pirate Bay in the Matrix?
It's the Matrix Bay.
Yeah. Download some new Dolce and Gabbana clothes. Yeah. I don't know clothes, so I don't. People can make fun of me all they want. I wear T-shirts that I think are funny. That's all I need.
I get my T-shirts. Jeans. I get my clothes from Volunteers of America. Although I do buy jeans from Old Navy usually. But I'm a simple person as far as clothes go.
All my shirts come from revengeoftheshow.com.
All my new shirts do.
Wink, wink. Nudge, nudge.
I'm buying. Hey, I bought. I've got a shirt, and I'm gonna get more.
Well, our new shirt launch is on Friday, and I'm pretty psyched for it. So Friday would be the 12th of July, so it should.
Yeah.
By the time you guys are watching this will be the last Friday, when we released our episode on The Fifth Element.
Fifth Element, yeah.
The Fifth Element T-shirt is probably one of my favorites I've designed. And it's pretty simple, but I just love it.
I like it. It's neat. At first, it's almost like an optical illusion. Like I was looking at the wrong thing because it's like white space and black. And I was
the black was only in the image I sent you to show you.
That's right.
What it was. Right. The shirt is orange, like Lilu's hair. And then it's just got a design of her dress. Not her dress, but her crazy weird white
her bandages.
Bandages, yeah.
Bandages.
Yeah. I love that one.
7 minutes, man.
In heaven?
No, I gotta stop eating.
You gotta stop eating in 7 minutes?
I'm not allowed to eat anything after midnight.
Procedure.
Mm-hmm.
Show me.
Oh, I love this. This part's awesome.
Yeah.
And they built this up so much. They're like, oh, he's so cool. He's gonna jump. He's gonna jump. Spoilers. He falls.
Yeah.
He doesn't make the jump. You know, there's theories about him not actually being the one. That the one was actually
Trinity.
No. They're saying the one is Agent Smith. He follows all of the things of the prophecy. Look it up. There are some theories, like a lot of fan theories, and they say that he's not the one who actually saved the Matrix. It's Agent Smith. Or whatever.
I love how he does that. Rubs his nose.
Know, right? I love it. There's a little bit of drunken boxing in there. One thing that
You can definitely tell a difference between... I mean, I'm sure he knew kind of what he was doing then, but like his fighting in this versus fighting in, say, John Wick, he just seems so much more comfortable now, which is crazy because he's in his 50s. He's
been doing it for so long.
Yeah. That's why I absolutely love him in John Wick, because I've watched videos of him going through shooting competitions and stuff. Like, he takes that super seriously, like being actually competent at like tactical shooting. And then also, you know, there's a lot of judo in John Wick. I love this like jump, so baller.
I know. Yeah.
That techno music.
Yep. This is one of the good ones. Although most of these songs actually have lyrics to them, and most of them are terrible, and that's why they cut the lyrics for the movie. So I wish I bought the soundtrack forever ago, and then my whole thing of CDs got stolen, so I'm pretty sure I pirated it. And then I found it again at like GameStop back when they used to sell CDs.
I remember.
Yeah.
They used to sell movies for a brief period of time too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh God! Right through the column.
By kicking me in the chest when I landed.
He did until that moment.
I love that.
So could you ever get tired in the Matrix? That's what's funny, because you see them visibly get tired.
Yeah, well, and I think it is because what happens in the Matrix happens to your body. So I would assume, yes, you do get like mentally tired, it's mentally taxing as you're doing all these things. But I do love this. Stop trying to hit me and hit me.
Yeah. Okay, Yoda.
That's another good line. There are so many good lines in this. Not quite usable in everyday life like Anchorman. Anchorman quotes like...
It's not if I was ever... Great Odin's Raven. Ooh.
So, you can lead a dead horse to water, but you can't beat him enough to make him drink.
Huh?
That's going to be another shirt.
I'm not making that shirt.
Yes.
The other one perfect. I liked. That one I didn't like.
You don't like it?
No.
It's a combination of two sayings. It's perfect.
What I don't understand about the Matrix is he keeps breaking everything when he lands.
Yeah.
Like, Morpheus, you have to, like, intentionally do that, right?
I mean...
He could just land softly.
Yeah.
It'd be better for his imaginary knees.
True. But it's more badass to do it like that.
Oh, that's for sure. No one's arguing that. You've got to do a superhero landing. But
yeah. I like that.
You ready? You ready for Keanu to do a superhero landing?
Superhero fall. It's like Spider-Man when he was first learning how to be Spider-Man.
Except a little different.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. Everybody falls the first time. Oh, Cypher, you're always right.
He loves Trinity so much.
Why, oh, why didn't I take the blue pill?
I want to eat an imaginary steak.
Right?
I just want to eat a steak all the time.
This will feel a little weird. I'm going to jam a big stick in you.
We've all been there. I mean, what? You want to know something weird? So, unrelated to this, I've been watching eating competitions on YouTube.
That's random.
Almost nonstop for like 2 days.
That's so random.
I know. Randy Santel. Atlas. Love that guy.
No idea.
Just look him up, man. You should look him up. Tag him on YouTube.
Yeah, no, that's okay.
He's won like 800 eating competitions.
You know how bad that is for his body and health? Those people never live a long, fulfilling life.
He's in excellent shape and is like a bodybuilder.
Doesn't matter what you're doing to your esophagus and stomach when you do an eating contest. It's unreal. Like, any doctor will tell you it is
I'm
so
sure it's
bad
not
for you.
good for you.
Love this song so much.
Who is this? Is this Moby?
No, I can't
Bring
remember.
Sally up, bring Sally down. You remember that song?
Actually, yeah, I remember that song. I like the song that's at the end of all the Bourne movies.
Do you know? Did you ever do the push-up drills with that Moby song?
No.
That sucks. I used to do that. So like when it says down, you go down and hold until they say up, and then hold until they say down. It's
I'd like
a nightmare.
To be more personal Malayu.
Ah! He almost got shot in the face area.
You know what's funny? Like, this is almost foreshadowing. So they have a lot of gender changes in this movie, right? So the lady in the red dress suddenly becomes a man. There's an Asian woman later, suddenly becomes a man.
Do you think they knew it was foreshadowing?
I don't know. Maybe they knew. I mean, you know, they say it's not a choice. It's just you are or you aren't. So I think a lot of these people have felt these feelings or felt this way for a long time and have just kept it buried or put it in a closet. See what it did?
Don't say closet.
I said closet. Put it in the closet. What are you saying? I can dodge bullets. Or that. I was close.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. R.I.P.
Yes. Poor guy.
R.I.P.
That
R.I.P.
line, though, I know. I did that joke already.
Know.
It's on Facebook.
I thought about doing that joke, and then I decided it was so cheesy that I didn't do it.
Yeah, well, I'm all about
but
the
then
cheese.
You're so much more dad than me.
I've been a dad longer than you. I'm 4 times the dad you are, man.
That's super rude.
I don't mean that in a, like, you're not a good dad. I just mean, like, I have 4 kids. I have 4 times more than you.
That's too many kids, man.
Yeah.
2 I can do. 3, maybe. 4?
It's actually,
you're outnumbered by double.
I will say, once you get past the second one, it gets a whole lot easier. Like, especially with Tori, man, she's our easy one. Like, she's just anything goes. She's relaxed, calm. She just goes with the flow. Yeah, she's our little good. She's our good girl. Oh, I can't eat anymore. Remind me not to drink. Thank you. Remember not to drink water either, because I'm only allowed to have like tiny sips.
Don't drink any water either, man. You're only allowed to have tiny sips.
Thank you. If you hadn't done that, I probably would have. I don't know where to put this stuff away from me. Not that you guys care, but I'm having a procedure tomorrow morning at 6 a.m.
To put it into perspective, we are now at midnight.
Yeah, we're at midnight. And we still have...
An hour?
Let's see. A little over an hour, probably.
Oh my god.
Maybe a little bit less. About an hour.
We are so behind. We meant to start so much earlier.
Yeah, we were ready. Ready-ish. I was trying to get ready before 9:30. But...
we had some technical difficulties, but thankfully we were able to iron them out before starting. And this has been the
no, it's cool.
Probably the smoothest we've actually been able to get an episode going. So
yeah. Oh, look, you caught him watching porn.
Yep.
Turn off all the monitors.
Yep. You only do that when you get caught doing one thing.
Yep.
You know how many times clients have caught me turning off the monitors?
Wait, you turning off the monitors?
What?
Oh,
never
wow.
mind.
I thought it would be the other way around, but yeah. Man, I
don't even want to talk about the amount of porn I've seen on client computers.
Oh my gosh. No.
When you're working on a computer and the guy's behind you and his wife is also right behind you. And you're like cleaning the history. Yeah.
Oh man.
It's never awkward as all hell doing our job.
Well, and it's worse. It's almost worse when they like aren't embarrassed, but are like, oh yeah,
we're both guys.
Yeah. No, I had one client, Pat. I'm no longer.
You're retired.
I'm retired. No, I'm a sleeper agent, right? No, I had one guy who had so much trouble. His browser would go so slowly because he had so many favorites that it was actually filling up parts of his computer that aren't meant to be filled up. And you know how small favorites files are actually? They're bytes. I'm telling you, this guy had folders upon folders upon folders of saved web pages of different videos. And every time I'd go, he'd show me a different video of sometimes of a girl that he slept with, or I don't even get some people.
Clients are weird, man. Do you remember the one guy who used to bring in his computer to the frequently to the store, which I'm not gonna name what we're talking about, but he would bring in his computer physically to a retail location, and the desktop background would be
porn. Always.
Wangs.
I remember the best. Oh no, because he definitely swung both ways. But
just fine.
Yep. The one I remember most is when it was picture of a man. Oh, that steak looks so good. Sorry,
It really
going back
does.
to really does. Like I would love to eat
I
that
want to
steak.
be in the Matrix just to eat that steak.
I want to just for that steak. But anyways,
so he can look however he wants, and he chooses to still look like himself.
yeah. Well, it's not their doing. It's not that you can't control it. It's like you're
Well,
unconscious.
you can control having that stupid earring and that stupid facial hair.
It's how you envision yourself unconsciously. So if he unconsciously envisions himself with that earring, he has the earring. But he could take it out, whatever. But
he could also not have a stupid Fu Manchu.
A man in very small women's underwear with a full-on erection was this pink underwear, like see-through, lacy, like what the fuck is the point underwear?
I'm pretty sure it was the guy who brought the computer in.
No. There was another guy. Brought his. He had an all-in-one, if I remember correctly. On the desktop, there were videos of him, and it's videos he sends to his future potential boyfriends.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was at least 60 something. I'm just like, I really don't want to know that those are there, but they were definitely there.
Yep.
Oh,
I've never had tasty wheat, but it sounds pretty gross.
It does sound gross. It doesn't sound very tasty.
Everything tastes like chicken, Mouse. Don't be ridiculous. You had it backwards. It's everything the body needs.
Speaking of.
He's such a little creep.
Yes. But I would totally let him program her for me. I mean, I would.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Bring back the white rabbit lady.
No, screw that noise. And not in a good way. I would totally take that more personalized Malayu. It's so funny. Their very first mission, they totally fuck up. Or his very first mission, totally gets completely. Everyone dies. Pretty much everyone dies.
Goes a little haywire.
Yeah. Now, granted, they have a mole, and that's.
Yeah, it's not Neo's fault that it goes.
Entirely Neo's fault, no.
It's his fault for existing and pissing that one guy off by existing.
Yeah. Because Trinity totally wants his one.
Man, they look like a freaking metal band from 2007.
She wants his one.
Why is leather the choice?
It breathes. It's not doesn't restrict your movement.
It's so bright in the Matrix. We all need ridiculous sunglasses.
I actually like APOC's sunglasses.
Wow, those are like the most feminine.
No, Switch is the girl, dude. APOC was wearing just plastic rim kind of. I don't know.
They were super big.
I used to have a pair of either they were spies or dragons. I can't remember. I think they were spies. And they were the only designer sunglasses I've ever owned. And I got them at PacSun when I worked at PacSun. I was a manager there. And I got them for dirt cheap because we were doing this whole 50% off discount plus our own discount. It's crazy. So I got them for dirt cheap. I love those sunglasses. And I'm not I like sunglasses. I usually get them at the dollar store.
Yeah, same.
But these things just fit so well. They were so comfortable. Just the way
it's crazy when you get
lots.
actual like expensive sunglasses,
Yeah.
how much better they actually are. Because
Yes.
like I have
I will
some
admit that.
like some of the cheap ones that I usually get, I still have.
Yep.
And then for my 5 years, I got a pair of Oakley sunglasses. It's the only like expensive. I've never spent more than like $10 on a pair of sunglasses. Those are incredible. Every once in a while, I'll forget them, and I have to use my little cheapy ones, and they're crap. And I never would have realized how crap they were.
I loved mine. Don't get me wrong. Absolutely loved them. I slightly regret doing what I did. I sold them.
Oh.
I sold them.
But to clarify, because I'm not a complete loser, I hate the standard Oakleys where they're like.
Yes, I got wire rimmed. I got
mine
metal.
the only sunglasses that I like really like as far as looks are like the Ray-Ban style, and that's what my Oakleys are.
I'm not into that. They're fine, like it. But they're just not me. I mean, they're definitely in a Moster. I mean, they're perfect.
Yeah, they fit me.
But I got just a nice
Aviator.
No, not aviators. They were oval type, like just they're sleek looking, but they were metal or wire rimmed. And I liked them. I thought they were classic. I just knew, having 4 kids and how often I break / my kids break my sunglasses. She's the Oracle.
I bet you she is.
Yeah, she's probably the Oracle. I knew they weren't going to last very long, so it wasn't worth keeping. What did I get for them? Like 150. I think they were actually like $190 sunglasses. I got them for free.
Heck yeah,
again, terrible, but I don't work for the company anymore. But I sold them, and I think I sold them for at least 150, 160.
Not to brag, but
what
mine are worth 250.
Do you see the giant rabbits running on the road on the TV behind those girls? What was that?
I did not.
I really want to know what that was. I may have to see if I can try and find out what that was on TV. There is no spoon. Classic line. Love that one. So that boy ends up becoming one of the female leads in the Harry Potter series.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's Luna Lovegood.
Really?
No.
Did not know that.
I made that up completely. That
Doubt
is
it.
False.
You need to put a caption there. Says you're wrong.
No, I have no idea if that boy has ever been in anything else in his life.
His name is Stephen Lovegood.
It actually could be a girl with a shaved head at that age. It's very difficult. I mean, he wasn't necessarily masculine or feminine. I just assumed boy.
Shouldn't assume maybe that's anyone's gender.
I shouldn't assume anyone's gender. That's terrible of me to say. But I always assumed boy when I was young, and
I always thought it was a boy.
Right? So, it's maybe an assumption.
Oh no! She knew he was gonna break it.
Yes. So this actress here, they said she was phenomenal. She was like the mother of the cast. Like everyone absolutely adored her, and they were really very sad about her death. But did she die
before the second movie?
No, she died. She died during filming of the second one. Bless you. And they were able to get her into the second one. And she finished what they needed. I think they adjusted some things so she didn't have to be in everything. But for the third one, they hired a different one. And I thought they played it off really well, how they did it. She basically said there were sacrifices that had to be made in order to, if someone was after, like the agent or programs were after her, and so she apparently died and was just took another form, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
But they did well with it. And almost everyone knew what had actually happened, but it worked. She's amazing. The way she talks. Almost. Oh. Love it. Close your mouth. Your breath stinks, boy.
You don't have any teeth. What is just like...
I didn't tell you to breathe on me.
Ugh. You have really small hands. You're not the one.
Yeah, and here's another part of their theory is that now she doesn't actually say he's not the one. She doesn't actually say he's not the one. He says it.
Mm-hmm.
So she leads him to that conclusion, but she doesn't actually say specifically that he is not the one. However, there are a lot of fan theories that say essentially she is telling him that he's not the one, and she's not lying. Like, she wasn't just telling him what he needed to hear. She was being honest. He's not the one, and that, yeah. But I don't know if I believe it. And I know it's a made-up story, but I don't think that's what they intended.
No, I don't agree with that either.
Because again, she didn't actually say he wasn't the one.
That's the thing. People will always draw their own conclusions and read further into things than they need to, which is the fun. I mean, that's the fun.
Yeah, it's part of the fun for sure. Like I still love the fan theory about what's his name? Man, I swear, when my medicine stops working, my brain stops working too.
The Cypher is the one.
No. Yeah, the Cypher's the one. Makes sense. He dies though, so it's kind of.
Technically, so does Neo.
Yeah, but I don't know. Technically, so does. But the one is supposed to sacrifice himself. But technically, so does Agent Smith. He dies in the end. John Smith dies at the end. John dies at the end.
Let's see what he did there. Did you guys? I saw it.
Yeah. He picked up what I was slamming down into the ground. Stomped it on it. Just peeled it off. It was fine.
I've never felt like rain was right, to be honest. I always felt like it should not be raining because rain's awful.
Unless it's like a nice summer rain. There's no thunder or anything. It's just raining. It's warm, hot as hell out. And you can actually just go out and play in the rain. I love that kind of rain. You ever done that?
That's strange. When growing up, we had a tin roof or metal roof, whatever. And oh man, I couldn't tell you how good I slept.
When it rained?
When it would rain, yeah. Short of that, I hate rain.
Yeah, not a big fan normally.
Why is everybody in all black except for her?
Yeah, and why does she have a completely see-through shirt and no bra?
Does she?
Yeah.
It's inappropriate.
It is, and it's not in a good way.
I feel like they should have got like a foxy woman to play her if they're going to dress her like that.
And actually, hold on.
Should be Eva Mendes. With blonde hair.
Who? Okay, Monica Bellucci is the girl I was talking. Belushi?
John Belushi's daughter.
Oh, okay. Belushi. Okay, I didn't realize it was a silent, or not a silent, but a sh sound. Anyways, so
I made that up. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Really?
Yeah.
You son of a. Anyways, She plays Persephone in The Matrix Reloaded and Matrix Revolution. But she is wearing a see-through, very tight latex type dress, and while you can't see anything upstairs, you can very much see how she grooms herself downstairs.
Oh.
Yes.
I'll have to watch that movie again.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, don't worry about it. You're going to die. It's cool.
The windows are bricks!
It is kind of silly that they
read the code like that.
No, not that. It's kind of silly that the only way to get in or out is through a phone, like through a hard line. Like, why
yeah,
would they
that
not
makes no
design
sense.
Why would they not design a better system?
Yeah.
You know how easy it is to like not have a landline these days, or have them cut the hard line, for example.
Well, think about 1999.
I know.
Cell phones existed, and they were fairly popular at that time.
Yeah.
But everybody who had a cell phone still had a landline. Nobody had made that switch yet.
Yeah.
Imagine how it would suck to still pay for a landline and a cell phone. Now that cell phones are over $100 per.
Yeah, well,
per
and
month.
It's kind of funny. A lot of people still have, well, not a lot of people, but there are plenty of people out there who still have landlines simply because it's cheaper for them to do the triple bundle. If they were to drop the landline, their bill would actually go up.
Yeah.
I know a bunch of people who have it, pay for it, and they don't actually have a phone connected to the landline that they're technically are paying for.
It's insane.
Yeah.
ISPs, service providers, they're so lost. Like, they have no idea what's going on. And the fact that everybody keeps leaving traditional cable or satellite, and so their solution is not to provide a better service at a more reasonable price, it's to raise the price to make up for the people that leave.
And it's not just like raising the overall price or raising the price for getting people to come. What they'll do is they'll lower the price for new people, but you've been a loyal customer for God knows how many years, and every year, like clockwork, they raise your bill like $10, $15, and they're just like, oh, you know what? Sorry, those are the new customer prices. You've been with us as a loyal customer for a long time now, so we want to screw you over.
Yeah.
Like, what
act
the hell
like
is
I
that?
can't leave, which where we live, we kind of are grabbed.
Yes.
For internet, at least, not necessarily for cable and stuff.
But. Yes, yeah. Which, I mean, I only do internet because I can do phone that way. Now I have a cell phone, but I could do some kind of VoIP phone if I really wanted to, and then I could also for viewing, I do internet TV. I do internet things, so there's no need for actual cable.
No need for any of that. And nowadays you can do your cable through that too for cheaper plans. You don't have to have a box. It's like $30 a month for all your channels, and it's just through like the Spectrum app, which is way cheaper than for traditional cable.
Yeah, for sure. But
but I do love Spectrum's now getting into cell phones and you're the lucky one that has that.
I know. Yes,
ridiculously cheap cell phone plan.
I love it, and like if I know I'm gonna need extra data for 1 month, I bump up to the unlimited for $45. Otherwise, I pay $15 a month for a gig, and I generally use less than that, much less than that.
See, with as much driving as I do, I listen to a lot of podcasts and stuff. I use way more. I pay $120 a month.
$45, man. You need to pay your phone off.
14 months before I can switch. And I think when I get my taxes, I'm just paying my phone off and switching.
Yep, it's a great idea. And you can keep your phone now. So
yeah, I'll just
there's no reason not
start
to
a
switch.
new line with whatever the cheapest phone they offer that offers a micro SIM.
You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that.
So I can just
tell
move
them,
my phone?
You can move your phone. You can keep your phone on them now.
Awesome. They're getting things together.
Yeah,
What's
parents
really
did that.
gross is that they use Verizon's service, but if I get my service through Verizon instead of Spectrum, I pay 4 times as much.
Yep. Yeah. No. Now, if you ever do leave Spectrum as a provider, you can continue to use the mobile service, but I think the price just goes up. So instead of paying 15, I think it's like 30, and unlimited is like up to like 80 or something. But still,
just still cheaper.
That's still cheaper. But I don't have a choice. I could never leave because, again, we do most of our TV viewing.
Are
it's
DSL internet.
Yeah, and in my now maybe where you are, you get better. But now I haven't done this in at least a year, but the fastest internet available through CenturyLink in my neighborhood is 3 megabits down and like less than 1 up.
Oh.
And I live in the city, like not very far
and they
from
charge
downtown.
As much as Spectrum.
No, I won't say that. I pay, was it like $65 a month?
I think it's 65
for Spectrum. Yeah. So I pay right around $65-$70 a month for the internet. But if I were to switch to CenturyLink, I think they guarantee for like a year it's like $30 or $35. But again, I cannot do 3 megabits per second.
Oh no! This is not 1999.
To get even standard, they recommend, was it like 4 or something like that?
To use standard Netflix, definition? You have to have at least 7, is what we recommend.
For HD, yeah. Now you can do the standard definition, but I think
no. We recommend 7 for standard definition
7
without
is for HD.
Buffering. To not have to worry about buffering ever, you need to have a steady stream of about 7.
Well, they say the minimum, and that's again just the minimum. The minimum to actually stream HD is 7. The minimum to stream 4K is 25. And I mean, there's just no way I couldn't switch.
Nope.
And I know some people that.
So this Cypher guy's a dick.
I know, right? Hey, I'm just gonna kill all my friends. This Trinity won't love me. What?
I don't know. It just went dead. Good transition.
Funny. Yeah. Poor Dozer, or Tank, or whatever his name is. I think it's
Dozer.
Tank Dozer. Dozer Tank.
So they name people after like construction equipment in the future, or?
Well, they just get whatever names they want, I guess.
Hi, I'm Tank. Hi, I'm Dozer.
Me too, man.
Wow, this dude's super rapey.
Yeah. But seriously, he turns on all of the people he's lived with and worked with for who knows how long, turns on them simply because she likes the new guy.
Yeah.
This kind of reminds me of a certain queen who decides to destroy an entire city, kill all the women, children, men, everyone, because a man wouldn't love her because they were cousins.
So like the...
I'm not going to say what that's from.
The Khaleesi of the grass teas, breaker of the frappes.
Yeah. So, I mean, like literally that was her tipping point. That was, the fulcrum there. It all depended on John. And when John's like, dude, I can't sleep with you because you're my cousin, and it's just weird now.
Isn't she like his aunt?
No. Well, no. Wait. No.
Her brother is his dad.
That's true. That is true. Yeah. Yep. You're right. So she's his aunt, not cousin.
Which is even kind of like closer.
Yeah. That is. You're right. She's definitely his aunt. But you're my aunt. I won't sleep with you.
Let's be honest, though. That's a pretty foxy aunt.
I mean, yeah, and they used to do brother and sister. It's not the worst thing ever. But again, John's virtuous. He's not going to go for it. So, John says, "No, I can't love you like that anymore." So she's like, "Okay, let's go wipe out a whole town with a dragon. City, millions dead."
Has that guy ever played a good guy in his whole career?
He was a semi-good guy. In have you ever seen Memento?
Ooh, that's been a long time. Yeah.
Yeah, right. So Trinity's in that, and she's a total meth head in there.
I can see it.
Like,
she looks like a meth head in this.
No, she doesn't. She has meat on her bones in this. Don't give me that. No, in that she does not look good. But Cypher plays a reporter, and he's kind of a good guy. Kinda. So if you've never seen Memento, it literally plays in reverse. The first scene is actually rewound, like they rewind it. So it is played in reverse. And then what it does is it goes back, like, say, 5 to 10 minutes, plays that whole scene up to where you left off here. And then it goes back before that, 5 to 10 minutes, and plays up to where you saw at the beginning of that, and it goes back. So you're watching the movie backwards. Blows your mind. The way that it revolves full circle. And, like,
you're still gonna burn.
It's great film. I highly recommend it. It'll blow your mind.
You like how he fake spits on him?
Yeah. Well, he just got shot. His body's like pulling all the blood to that spot, trying to heal.
Do you spit blood? Like, what's that?
No, nothing would come out of his mouth. Speaking of, I was looking for my water. I'm like, I'm thirsty. I need water.
You're not allowed to drink water.
I don't know. Thank you.
Ooh, speaking of other movies that these people have been in, have you ever seen A Scanner Darkly?
Yes.
I love that movie.
Robert Downey Jr.
Yup.
And
Woody Harrelson.
Was it after his drug habit, or was it during?
I have the feeling that it was like A Scanner Darkly and like Charlie Bartlett were like his like resurgence. It was like as he was coming back.
Okay.
Yeah. But he was so perfect in that movie.
Yeah, they're all great in the movie.
Oh yeah, they're all perfectly casted.
Yeah.
It's so interesting the way they did that. You know how they made that movie, right? So they filmed it like a normal movie. No, completely filmed like a normal movie. And then they went in with artists, frame by frame. They drew over top of it. So like it was filmed like a normal movie, and then they actually went through and animated the entire movie frame by frame.
That's pretty incredible.
It took a very long time.
I'm sure it would have been so much easier to just put a cartoon filter over top of it. I think.
Yes, because the technology was quite there at that time.
Yeah, I remember doing that kind of stuff with videos like I made. Like, it was easy.
Was it as good looking as that?
It was pretty damn close. Like,
you're ridiculous.
No, okay. So take, for example, the film quality back then. We didn't have high definition. It was all standard definition still, right? When did A Scanner Darkly come out? Let's look this up.
2006 is my guess.
2000. Wow, you were getting a yay for that one, or a score for that one. That was 2006. Well done. All right,
I'm pretty good.
Was it Winona Ryder's in that too, isn't she?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I absolutely love the scene where Robert Downey Jr. Is it Robert Downey Jr. finds the bike?
I think so.
He like steals the bike or something.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
And he's just
Robert
like explaining it. Oh my god! And Woody Harrelson and him are like having a back and forth. That scene is so funny. That movie does not get enough credit. It's a hilarious movie. It's super creepy and weird sci-fi, but fantastic. It's real kind of a confusing movie, but
HD started in 1998. I
Was
don't
that when
even
DVDs
remember.
came out?
But DVDs weren't in high def; they were in standard def. Like they were all in 420, weren't they?
They called it high def though. Don't you remember those DVD commercials on
I remember the.
VHSs? They're
I
like
remember
high
the high.
definition.
Okay, I'm gonna say when did 720p first come out?
That is such a terrible line. Never send a human to do a machine's job. Do you know anyone who can do a good impression of Hugo Weaving? I've never seen one.
Yeah.
I feel like it would be a fairly easy one for somebody who's good at that.
Yeah.
Don't you dare unplug him. Don't you dare unplug Larry. Hammer time. What if he said that after he said stop?
Yeah,
they say it's like a generational thing, whether when somebody goes stop, you think hammer time or collaborate and listen. It's like a generational thing. What comes to mind?
Yeah, for sure.
Which can't be true because I would think that for me then it should be Ice Ice Baby more than Hammer Time.
Well, I don't know.
I'm a weirdo because my brother's so much older than me, so I kind of fit in.
Yes. So you
like
were cultured. Yeah, you were cultured with what I was cultured with because of your brother.
Yeah. Ghostbuster toys. Did you have Ghostbuster toys?
I never had really any action figures. My parents didn't buy me toys. I got Legos. I did get Legos. But I played with all my best friends' action figures. He had some Ghostbusters. He had a lot of Ninja Turtles. Do you remember? Do you remember Beast Wars?
No.
The Transformers that were animals?
Oh, yes, I do. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I loved that show.
Do you remember the Bugs? Wasn't a show, but it was toys. They had Transformers that were bugs. That was later. That was more like when I was little. But
yeah. Well, Beast Wars, that was what I was into, and I had a ton of those. Those are the only action figures that I was actually allowed to get because they were semi-educational because they transformed. I don't know. I had a few Transformers. I know, right?
I remember I had an Egon from Ghostbusters toy, and when you his arm was constantly stuck out like this, and when you pushed it down, his eyes would bulge out. Like,
I think I remember
super
that.
Strange,
I think I played
even
with that.
as a kid, I found it super strange. Egon has brown hair in the movie. Of course, you can caption the actor's name, Harold Ramis.
Yep.
Great actor, great director, did a lot of great things. R.I.P. But the action figure, he had bleach blonde hair.
Yeah.
It made no sense, and as a kid, I was like, this is dumb. I still love that toy.
So I like this description. He says we're not mammals because there's one thing wrong with this definition is that to qualify as a mammal, you have to have hair. Your body has to produce hair of some kind, and you have to have mammary glands, and you have to have give birth to live children or offspring instead of an egg. Those are the three things that qualify you as a mammal. So Dolphins. He says we're not mammals, and he doesn't actually include any of the He said mammals convert adapt to their environment to survive, whereas humans, you're not mammals because you adapt your environment to you to survive. That's dumb because that's not what makes a mammal. That's not what makes a mammal. Look it up. I mean, like,
dolphins don't
do what
have
they
hair,
do.
dude. They're a mammal.
Elephants have hair.
I said dolphins.
Dolphins are not. Dolphins are mammals, but they do have hair.
Okay.
And I think it's only really when they're babies. Have you ever seen a dolphin baby? They have hair.
That's gross.
It is kind of weird looking. Yeah.
Shave it and keep it away from me.
And whales have hair.
Don't what are those gross little things in the river that sting you with the little spikes on their like back legs?
The platypus? Yeah.
Don't they lay eggs?
I don't think they're a mammal. I don't know.
They're like the strangest creature.
They are. Oh,
of all creatures, because I think they're considered a mammal because it's one of very few venomous mammals.
Yes, but it's actually the females are not. I think it's the females. The females are not venomous all the time. It's only during mating season, I think. The males are venomous all the time, or it's flip flop. I can't remember. But yeah, they have little barbs on their hind legs, like right above
super
their feet.
Strange.
And I love that they're called duck-billed platypus. So why they can't just be called the platypus? Because
doesn't that insinuate that there's a platypus that doesn't have a duck bill?
Yeah, right. There's a non-duck-billed platypus. It's a regular platypus. No, they don't exist. So why are they? Why?
Smell the smell and salt.
Crush his head. Crush it. Crush it.
Do your V speech, dude.
Yeah. It would be really awesome if after he's done with this conversation, he puts his earpiece back in. He just picks up a Guy Fawkes mask and puts it on.
Yeah. Because I was super into the Matrix, right?
Yeah.
I remember driving by, like, seeing churches that were called, like, Mount Zion and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I would always be like, that's cool. Zion.
Right? I think there is a Mount Zion road. There's a church, and there's a Mount Zion road that I've been out to in Mansfield that we've driven on. I'm sure you have, too. And, yeah, it always reminds me of Matrix, even still.
It's like my favorite part in the whole movie.
I love that.
This scene in the game is the coolest.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Because it's like the first time I ever saw like destructible environments in a game where like you shoot the columns and the columns will like fall apart.
Yeah. They had to do this scene quite a few times, and they said this was one of the more expensive scenes to do because they had to rebuild those pillars. Like they had to put in new pillars every time, and they weren't made of what you would think. They weren't like marble and stuff, but they had to rebuild them every time.
Yeah, because they got so explode. Can you imagine like just sweeping the floor between takes?
Right? Yeah, I would not want to be the janitor during this movie at all.
Oh, run on the wall, Trent! Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah,
I don't care.
Yeah, no, it's awesome.
I know the whole slow motion in action movies is super played out nowadays, but
back then,
this was like the first time we ever had that, man.
Yeah, and it was awesome. It still is. Awesome.
Oh yeah, still is awesome.
Just so it's clarified to all, the platypus, sometimes referred to as the duck-billed platypus, is a semi-aquatic egg-laying mammal endemic to eastern Australia.
Super strange that it could be an egg-laying mammal, though,
yes.
right? Isn't that, like, by definition, not a mammal?
Yeah. But I think
we just have to make an exception for that freak.
Yeah. It's essentially the one. And who knows, there might be other ones, but I'm pretty sure that's one of the only ones. And it's a marsupial on top of that.
Mm-hmm.
Which is just weird. It is literally just, it's like God had all these leftover parts. It's like, I don't want to throw these away. Let's just throw them together. We'll figure it out later.
Yeah, when I was younger and I was like looking at going to college, I was obsessed with marsupials, and I wanted to be a zoologist, like more than anything. And then I kind of saw what that required of me and knew that I was not quite capable of doing that much schooling, and I didn't want that. So, but yeah, I know a strange amount about marsupials because I just sit there late at night and just research them.
Wow.
It's like over 90% of marsupials are extinct.
Really?
Mm-hmm. What marsupials have existed? They had essentially like saber-toothed tigers. There were like tigers that were marsupials. They had like rhinos. I mean, marsupials were a big thing, yeah.
That's very interesting.
They were all hairy too. So like a giant rhino covered in hair that carried.
Do you know what a rhino's horn is, right? A lot of people think it's like ivory or.
Let's not go there. It's fingernail.
No, it's made out of hair. I promise. If you don't believe me, look it up. It's made out of hair.
It's called like carrot.
A rhinoceros horn is made out of hair. And then also, just before I move on, the platypus is the sole living representative of its family and genus. There's nothing else like it. Now, they say there are some fossil records of species that could potentially be related to it, but only thing even close to it is the platypus. It's crazy.
Not to go back to something completely unrelated again, but marsupials, yeah. So my favorite animal ever to exist went extinct in 1936. The thylacine, more commonly, it's the Tasmanian tiger. You've probably heard of that.
Yes.
What's so interesting about it is it's the most perfect example of divergent evolution. So its closest relative is a kangaroo, but it looks and behaves exactly like a canine and is in no way, shape, or form related to canines. And there are videos of them alive. You can find them on YouTube.
Yeah, I've seen them.
And you can see like them begging for food and like jumping up on the fence and stuff to get that. It's exactly like a dog, but it is in no way related to a dog. Just filled the exact same niche in a different part of the planet, so it fell into the same category.
Yeah.
They could open their mouth almost 90 degrees.
I knew that, actually.
And there's photos of that online.
They had a really powerful bite force, too, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
Not as much as a hyena.
I think those strangely have the most, yeah.
Yes, of any land animal, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The saddest thing about the thylacine, in my opinion, is why it went extinct was lies. So it was blamed for eating. I mean, in Australia at that time, one of their biggest resources was like wool, things like that.
Okay. So they ate babies too.
I don't know about that, but there was a lot of bullshit about it. But it was blamed for eating, killing a lot of sheep and stuff. So they put a bounty on them, killed them all. The last one died in a zoo in 1936. And after they wiped them all out, they found out it was actually wild dogs that was doing all of that.
Australian bastards.
And of course, the people of Tasmania and Australia still can't accept that it's extinct. So there's plenty of movies and documentaries on sightings, and it's like a Bigfoot thing. If they did find one, I would probably be ecstatic. But I think going, what is that, 80 years now?
Probably not the case.
Probably would have seen one by now. It's not a very big area.
So I'm going to go and back to our one other previous conversation we had. I love all this stuff.
Oh, this scene is so badass.
I know. I love it. And he's really good about missing Morpheus, which is very good. But no,
I know. So can you imagine?
We are both correct about the rhino horn. It is made out of keratin, which is what?
Is that not exactly what I said?
You said the stuff that are nail.
And then I specifically, you will be editing this?
And teeth. You said
You will
nails
be
and
editing
teeth.
this, and I did say the word keratin, so you
Did you
will
say
be editing
keratin?
this, and you will see this. Yep.
Okay. So well, as long if you said
It's called
keratin,
like
way to go. But it
carrot.
makes up human hair and nails. But it does not make up our teeth.
I never
Because you
said
did
that.
say, I'm pretty sure you said teeth. If not,
You'll edit it and you'll see. You'll
I'll
correct
find out.
yourself.
I'll find it. Yeah. But I had heard somewhere that they said it was made out of hair, like just like really, really compressed hair. But
I don't think that I
keratin.
actually used my words at all. I think I was just like clicking my fingernails. Either way.
Anyways. Yeah.
But I definitely did say keratin. Anyway. Jump! Do you think that Neo could support Morpheus's weight in doing this? Because Morpheus is twice his size.
Well, the thing is that air he's breathing now?
True, solid point. He weighs nothing.
Exactly.
So why don't they just fly? Wink, wink. Nudge, nudge.
I don't get it. It's not like he can do that Superman thing.
I really hate the part where Trinity dies.
Yeah.
Wink, wink. Nudge, nudge.
Me too. Like, but she really does give Neo her heart, you know? Like,
You mean the
totally
part where she rips it out of her own chest and hands it to him?
No. I mean, like,
it's right before the credits roll.
He really has her heart in his hands, you know? It's lovely to see that kind of love story. And he would totally break both his legs.
Oh no, he dropped him. He just fell to his death.
He just fell to break both of his legs. Now, would he be able to support this helicopter?
Yes.
Yes.
It weighs nothing.
Yeah.
It's not the spoon that bends. Like, it's not the helicopter that you're holding. It's yourself.
Do you think that's methane you're farting now?
Oh, lordy.
Ouch.
My question is, after seeing this effect right here, how did they spend almost 1/3 of the budget on this movie than they did on the second and third? I feel like they just got a bunch more money for no reason.
Well, the practical effects, when done like this, cost less than CGI. Which is sad, because CGI is literally just a bunch of nerds hanging around computers drawing stuff with software.
Yeah, I've done it.
I know, yeah.
When I was in high school, I programmed in Maya, which I believe at that time was like the end all be all. I'm pretty sure Shrek
it was a good
Maya.
one. It was up there. It was up there. What is the Adobe After Effects was the other really big one.
I never used After Effects for this, but me and my buddy, we made a tank, completely animated, a tank driving over like a field. And we had leafy grass and everything. It was really cool, and the fact that we did it when we were like 15, 16 was pretty cool.
Yeah. My buddy and I did. Which reminds me, I gotta look up Rob's chore cam stories. I'll have to find that again. That's fun. Something else we'll include for bonus content, fun extras, but
he could do a wicked Reagan impression, I bet.
Probably. What was it?
They're not out yet.
Oh, we did lightsaber duel.
Oh, where you edited the lightsabers?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool too.
Yeah.
I used to love doing special effects.
Yeah. I think he got really good at After Effects.
I used After Effects for effects and stuff, but not like pure animation.
Yeah. Oh no. I forget.
Like Maya was not like a video editing software. It was like
no
Photoshop for like 3D design and.
Oh, you know what? I used what's that free that open source one that's still around.
Haven't done it in 10 years, man.
But I made a 20th. Well, granted, I used a template, but I used the 20th Century Fox logo. Someone had created it. Blender. Blender's the other one. Maya's
Never heard of it.
The paid version. Blender was the free version. But it's still around, and it's a great program. I've used it for.
Maya was outrageous. I'm pretty sure a copy of Maya was like $1,000.
Oh, could be. I think it was more than that.
Yeah.
I think it was like almost 2,000, like 1,800, something like that. But yeah, no, it was expensive. But Blender was decently powerful, still is. But I've used it for video game stuff before.
Mm-hmm.
I like to create in Google SketchUp because I'm really.
Yeah.
It's a good 3D modeling program.
Yeah.
But then I'll there's a way to import it into Blender. I started creating a whole city for a video game, for a zombie game.
Is that this part? No, that's the part in the other building.
Yeah, it's later. Yep. Yes. Not quite yet. It's coming though.
Click, 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 click. Oh, piss. It's so crazy because can you imagine having the last name Anderson? Because I remember doing that to people like Mr. Anderson.
Mr. Anderson.
I bet you would still get that 20 years later. People probably still get Mr. Anderson.
Yeah, I think I knew a Ben Anderson once. I think.
Banderson?
Ben Anderson, yeah. Because what's his first name? Isn't it John?
I don't know. Does he have a first name?
Maybe they didn't give him one. I don't know. I'll have to look that up.
He's not killing shit. Don't be ridiculous.
Thomas A. Anderson.
Oh, I don't know why I was thinking you were talking about Agent Smith. Yes, his name's Thomas. Yeah.
Yeah, no, they don't. I mean, I don't think they gave.
Yeah, they only say his name when he's in the office.
Yeah.
And they drop off the package with the phone that Morpheus calls him on.
Yeah.
They say Thomas A. Anderson. Is it A?
A. Anderson. Yeah. No, it's like when he's in not when he's in the office too. It's I think he says it. I think Agent Smith says it when he's opening that little folder and he's looking at his dossier, saying
maybe I have it wrong.
Life.
Yeah.
He's a big loser. I think they say it in the office too.
He punched him so fast.
Yeah, he did. He broke the wall.
He punched him so fast his hands had chemtrails. Did you see that?
Yeah. I took too much acid.
Alex Jones would be so proud that we mentioned chemtrails. I hear a train a coming. That's like my favorite part.
I see the light at the end of your tunnel. It's just a freight train coming your way. Only Metallica song I like. Oh, the train. It's a shame he's able to stop trains.
Huh. Flats or pumps, man. Flats or pumps.
I love how this guy's standing here like this, and it's totally Agent Smith already.
People still stealing phones.
Yeah, well, but I love how that guy was standing there. It's just like, it's funny. It's funny. What's that for? And Jesse, you may want to turn the volume down on your TV, just a tad. Red alert. I'm waiting for the klaxons on the USS Enterprise to start going off. Picard saying, "Bring us to red alert." And I do love that this is the same hotel as it was in the very beginning. Or at least he passed by the same hotel. Just everything comes full circle.
Alrighty.
Yeah. Why is it that whenever someone shoots when someone's going up a what is it called, a fire escape, like no one ever hits anyone on a fire escape ever? Oh damn. Sucks to be Neo.
Sucks.
I love the gun. Like the way they showed that up close. That was a cool shot.
Oh, he got shot so many times.
Yeah, probably tickled a little.
How does it feel to get shot, Ted?
Yeah, it tickles. It definitely tickles. Let's just call him Teddy. I like Teddy better.
Okay. Spoiler alert, he's not the one, he dies. Check it out.
Pretty sure he meant to check what's in his pants, dude. Like he wanted to see if
himself.
No, he wanted to see who was bigger. It was a kind of a competition thing going on between him.
Oh, I see. Who do you think was bigger?
It's hard to say. British people can go either way, and I have a feeling Teddy probably won that
Yeah,
contest by like half an inch, maybe.
possible.
I love that he dies and then she just whispers him back to life.
You've never had that happen to you?
She's the ghost whisperer.
She's
No.
apparently like, I don't know. Does his boner bring him back to life? Is that how it works?
Wait, what? His owner?
Yeah, I said owner. That's the word I chose.
I was so confused. What? Slavery? Does his boner bring him back to life?
That's what I chose. Yep. I chose to say that as a grown man. That came out of my mouth.
I thought you said owner. I was really confused. I'm still confused.
Could be the same thing.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay.
That's what we need to get for recording. Is those badass behind the ear.
Yeah, little coiled things. Yeah. The stop. No. He disagrees with the bullets.
He's like, guys, knock it off. How? Or he's the two.
Do you remember watching this part for the first time?
Oh man, it was mind blowing.
Like, I probably had an erection.
And then he murders all of them. He just destroys them. It's unfair.
Well, no, the other two run away, but like he just like
he becomes Agent Smith, but not really.
Yeah. You know what?
Sets the devil loose, basically.
No, he...
Remember how awesome that was? But in reality, it's like the stupidest kick ever. Just keeps his foot up.
He goes inside of him. He's inside of him right now.
There's so many jokes about him being inside him.
He explodes inside of him.
Yes, he does.
He does. Literally explodes inside of him.
Oh no, there's balls in my eye.
Yeah. And it was so much he was glowing after it. Like I think yes, yeah. He flexes and it just see here he reminds me more of Constantine.
Oh, that's a good
awesome
movie, man.
Awesome movie. I just saw that not that long ago. I was camping, have to be on TV. Because we go glam. It's not real camping. We glam. I like real camping. I'm a Marine. I like camping in a tent, roughing it. Hell, we even camped just out in the open, just on our little mat things. But, we camp in a cabin. But I really shouldn't complain.
Wait, you guys got mats?
Yeah, we had our little mats.
GI mats. You've never slept in a hole you dug?
I mean, while we were on the Crucible,
Marine.
You really want to go there?
We don't have to, but you know how many times I just dug a foxhole and slept in that with no blankie, nothing?
I mean, I've slept on rocks before with rocks as a pillow, but wasn't a competition. I'm just saying, now we go glamping in a cabin, and I'm not going to complain because there's air conditioning, a TV.
What even is that?
Right? Like it's
why don't you just go stay in a hotel? It's like the same effect.
Yeah, but we get to do a campfire, and there's like campground.
You can do a campfire in a hotel,
right?
They may not like it quite as much, but you could do it.
Well, if you get a nice enough hotel, it has a fireplace.
It's true.
Just cook s'mores in there.
Now Neo's the badass.
Yes.
Oh, this song.
Yeah, this song. Oh man, so many good memories.
Isn't this Rage?
Yep.
Yeah, this is Rage Against the Machine.
Yep. It sure is. I mean, the rest of the song is so-so, but this intro, whew. Who do we know that has those sunglasses?
I know a guy.
I swear we know.
Oh, he can fly. Kill it in the name of. Hey, the Wachowski brothers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who are those people? Because I have no idea.
They don't exist anymore, I think. Yeah. So, anyways.
Andy and Larry.
All right. So that was a great movie. We had a good time.
I enjoyed it. We talked a lot about marsupials and very strange things, and not that much about the movie, but can't really make fun of this movie. It's just a serious classic. I absolutely love it.
It is, yeah. I mean, we got a little bit of teasing in, but for the most part, I mean, a lot of it was just time. It was age. It's 20 years old.
Yeah. It's some of the CGI. Like when he blows up Agent Smith, that is the worst CGI in the entire movie. It's like flying through. It's like PS1.
But still, I mean, for the time, it's still pretty damn good. Like, even compared to some of the movies I've seen now, like was it one that had really bad CGI lately? There was that one Dog's Way Home, where about the dog that got lost, and it had the voice of Dallas Bryce Howard, who I love. She's absolutely gorgeous redhead there. The CGI, whenever they did the dog getting hurt or anything like that, absolutely terrible. And then they had a CGI cougar.
Like a attractive older woman?
No, like a big cat, like a mountain lion.
Oh.
Like, it was completely CGI, and it was pretty funny. That was well played. But no, it was terrible, absolutely terrible. So I just when you compare that to all of the CGI in this movie, even the CGI compared to the second one,
20-year-old technology.
Yeah.
Practical effects.
CGI,
you can't do practical effects if they're done right.
No, and they were done very well.
Mm-hmm.
But the CGI in the second one, it was pretty bad. Especially anything with the Smith, like the multiple Smiths, the fight scene, that whole fight sequence. I get what they were trying to do. I get what they were going for, but it was terrible. It looked terrible, and it
started getting really ridiculous too.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
But yeah, I had a good time tonight. I hope that you guys did. I hope that Rob did.
For sure did.
Join us next week when we review some other movie that we don't know, unless Rob knows.
I haven't thought of it.
Yeah, so we'll let you guys know. So keep your eyes open on probably the Facebook page. I can let you know when I know what's going on.
Well, and tomorrow I'll be finding out when my surgery is. So who knows how soon that'll be. If it's really soon, we may have a little bit of a break, but we'll try to get them out. We'll
a lot of breaks.
Yes, we might take a break, but But yeah, we'll figure that out. We'll get that out to you. But check out our website, Revenge of the Show, revengeoftheshow.com. No www.
Yeah, as always, we've got some shameless self-promotion there. Revengeoftheshow.com. We've got tons of cool stuff on there. Lots of cool merch if you want to buy one of our T-shirts. I try to keep them relatively cheap as much as I can.
Yeah. They have sweatpants.
But there's a lot of cool stuff. There's sweatpants.
Yep,
there's
sweatpants.
Stickers, cell phone cases, all kinds of crap. Can get that on our website or on our Facebook page. Make sure to follow us, subscribe on YouTube, subscribe to our Apple Podcasts, Spotify account, leave a review, rate us 5 stars. But yeah, that's all I have.
Yeah, check out our blogs, comments. We'd love to review movies that you want to hear about or want reviewed. We'd be happy to go see. And again, all have to be movies within our particular realm of interest. But we'd love to do that. If you have suggestions on movies you'd like us to review in real time with you
just
guys,
leave them in the comment below.
Yep. If there's topics for Revenge of the Show, which again we've been or Revenge of the Roundtable, which I know we've been talking about for a while, we are actually going to potentially film our very first episode this week. Hope to get that off the ground and going. It sounds like, I mean, it's, the way we want it to go, it sounds like it's going to be a blast for us and for viewers. So, if you have any topics, we both have a list of topics we're going to put in the pool of ideas, and we'll go from there. But yeah, check us out. We'd love to hear from you. I guess, that's everything.
Yeah. So thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you next week. Barring, Rob's surgeries.
Yes.
But generally, we'll see you next week.
Yep.
Thanks.
Have a good one. Take care.